So, what we're doing today is we are making a koala habitat. This is the first episode of this. How many episodes there will be, I have no clue. But anyways, this is a competition build for Paulsley's channel. Really good guy, makes great videos. Check him out, by the way, if you get the chance. And the competition is to make the best Australian habitat or the best desert habitat if you don't have the Australian DLC. And we have 2 weeks to do this, which with my schedule means I have roughly 48 hours of actual build time, minus breaks and things like that where, I'm sleeping and just need a break from the game. But anyways, what I'm doing here is I'm terraforming the land, getting water put in, and basically just trying to figure out how I want the surrounding area of the habitat to look. And the reason for that is because when you have viewers judging for competitions, they don't always go by the rules of the competition. And what I mean by that is that, the competition is just the habitat itself. But let's be honest, subconsciously, we're looking at the surrounding areas. We're looking at shops and facilities and things of that nature. So I'm kind of catering all this to what the judges, the viewers of this competition on Paulsley's channel, are going to see and what they're subconsciously going to look at, as well as what they're consciously going to look at. Now, I will go on record and say that the rules for the competition are pretty loose. That's not a bad thing by any means. However, it is requested that those partaking in the competition don't, how do I put it, don't post pictures of their builds prior to voting. And I'm gonna go ahead and assume that that also means they don't want us posting videos prior to the competition. However, the rules state not to post those things in the Paulsley's Discord channel. Doesn't say I can't post it on YouTube or in my own channel. So that's what I'm going to do, and I have no delusions of grandeur. I don't think I'm going to even place. Mainly because there are some exceptional builders out there who have nothing but time on their hands right now due to this whole pandemic thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not slamming these people at all. I personally, I don't have the time. I am very thankful that I have been blessed to still have a job. So I just don't have the time to really put into making this amazing habitat that's just going to strike awe and whatnot into everybody's faces. So yeah, if by some reason I do happen to win this competition, I'll say right now the prize is a Paulsley mug, which would be great because I do enjoy drinking tea while I play my video games. So that would be an awesome prize to win. And if I should win, I will be very forthcoming, and I will talk to Paulsley and use his discretion. I will tell him, hey, look, I did post these videos of the build before voting, and that could have influenced how people voted. And I'll leave it up to him if he wants to keep me as a winner or if he wants to declare the runner-up the winner. And that's only if I win. I don't think I will, so I'm not all too worried about posting videos of this build. Just looking at some of the things that people make on his channel, guys, there are some talented people in his community, and very inspirational, by the way. Just taking a look at what people have done. Um, I really highly recommend it if you're running out of ideas, if you're not sure what you want to do next. Head over to Paulsley's Discord channel, check out his YouTube channel, join the Paulsley Discord, and yeah, you can't go wrong, guys. You cannot go wrong with his channel, both YouTube and Discord. The people there are great. Everybody's awesome. Everybody's positive. If you have a question about something, if you need ideas, that community will come together and they will help you out. I know I don't post a whole lot in that community, um, and that's just me. I don't know. It's not my Discord channel, so I feel kind of silly posting a whole bunch of randomness in his Discord channel. I have my own Discord channel for that. And by all means, you're welcome to join my Discord channel as well. It's very loose on rules. I will tell you that. It's probably not good for minors in terms of language. Because I don't care what people say as long as it's not breaking the law, basically. I don't have time to babysit, and I'm not going to babysit, so I'll let people be adults on my channel. Until things, if I see something that's just obviously not good, then that's when I'll step in. But enough about all of that. You're sitting here watching this, and I haven't even really talked about this build yet. So let's do a quick little catch-up thing. You saw me build the guest entrance where the guests are generated, which is that weird bubbly little building. I did that because I wanted something different. I haven't seen a guest entrance like that on anybody else's stuff, so I figured I would do it, and it's coming out pretty good. I do struggle with the roof a little bit, as you'll see later on. And I built this bridge. It was too long, and so you saw me, I got rid of the water, brought in the land, shortened up the bridge a bit, and here I'm putting in these, I guess they're sunshades, but I did like the way they worked out, so I used them. And this is where I noticed that the bridge wasn't on a 90-degree angle with the rest of the path, so I had to fidget around and move things around a bit. And let's see, what is this part here? What am I doing? What am I doing? Ah, yes, now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do to spruce up the front of the building a little bit. And at first I was like, yeah, I'll put in these neat little paintings. They'll look nice. They'll look cute. It'll be lovely. And no, not at all. I got to a point, I wasn't finished, but it got to a point where I just kind of stepped back, looked at it, and went, man, that's ugly. So I ended up getting rid of them. You just got to do what you got to do sometimes. And so I was like, okay, well, I still need to put something in there. So I found these other little wall painting things that I just threw up haphazardly, no plan whatsoever. Just something to put in there. And I realized that, yeah, I'm just going to spruce it up anyways with foliage. So there's no need to go all out because you're not really going to see a whole lot of that front part of the building. And here on the bridge, I looked at these koala signs. I liked them, but I didn't like the colors. So I changed up the coloring quite a bit and made it work. I like it. I like the way those signs came out. And so here I'm like, okay, well, I need to do something with the roof. The flat roof, that's not going to cut it. And I'm trying to figure it out. It's like, man, I need to use Australian pieces. It's not in the competition that you have to. That's um, that's a restriction I put on myself. And so here, I found these fiberglass pieces. I was like, yeah, okay, I can use those, but they didn't quite work out the way I had intended. So I need to fix that. How can I make those work? So I put up these 2 meter wall pieces, and I put them all the way around. Well, not all the way around, but halfway around. And I was like, okay, all right, what can I do now? Can I close that off? And I could, but I'd have to use a butt ton of those the primitive pieces, the art shapes as they're called. And I decided I didn't want to do that much work because I don't have that much time. So I found these Australian tree trunk pieces, and I was like, yeah, that'll work. And so here I am installing these. I get these verticals up, and I decided, for more realism, I should put some horizontals in as well. So that's what I did here. I know a lot of people aren't going to notice these if they download this zoo. No big deal, but it's a nice thing to have in case somebody does look back here. They can go, oh, yeah, it's supported. Okay, cool. So I get done with that, and that's when I kind of really go, huh, I need to do foliage work. I really need to do some garden work in here. So it was one of those things. I'm looking for roof trim at this point because I didn't want to get started on the garden work until this building was done. Unfortunately, Frontier decided that they were not going to give us any rounded trim pieces for the roof in the Australian pack. Whatever. I decided I can still work it. So I go in, I look at koalas, see what kind of veg that they like to be around. They like to be around Oceania for the continent, and they like jungle and tundra for the biomes. And excuse me a moment, I need to clear my throat. I am so sorry for that. But you'll get over it. So here I'm putting in these plants that we're going to see throughout this entire build. And it's just because I want everything to mesh. When you do a habitat and whatnot, you want everything to flow and look correctly. How dumb would it be to have like a modern building with a habitat that's all like ruins? It just wouldn't look right. I mean, you can make it look right with a lot of effort, but man, that's a challenge that I don't want to step up to the plate for. So here I'm screwing around, seeing what works. I love the colors that I get. I get the browns, the greens, the violets, the reds, and it all looks really, really good. And vegetation is a wonderful way to make your build really stand out. And so here I decided that I've got all this vegetation. I need to carry that over. So I used these vines on the bridge, and I forgot that the bridge was not at a 90-degree angle. So you see, I start screwing with that to make it so the vines aren't floating in mid-air. And yeah, that was at the very beginning. Had I just noticed that the bridge was not at a 90-degree angle with the rest of the path, I would have saved myself a lot of headache. But, I made it work. I think it works great with the arches that I put in. And I'm loving what I did. So here you're going to see I'm going to start building this pathway for the actual habitat And that was a huge, huge mistake, guys. Um, and I knew better. I really did know better. I should have built the building itself first. That way I could have put the path on a grid to the building and made it all look scrumptious. But I didn't. I struggled. I cut out a lot of that struggle. And you're gonna see, this video cuts a lot. But you're gonna see I cut out that struggle and I got it to where I wanted it. It's not perfect. It's still a little janky, but um, I can cover. I can hide those crimes. Is basically what I'm trying to say. Uh, that's not an issue. Even if the building's a little off, I can still hide the crimes of that building. But yeah, if I was smart, I would have built the building first and then done the path work. But here I decided, just so you guys have a reference for my thought process, was on this lower level here, I was going to do souvenirs, hats, the souvenir shop itself, just a memento. Put 2 bathrooms in. I wasn't going to do balloons because balloons and wildlife do not mix. Just trying to be conscious of nature in this build. Uh, yeah, you can make the argument that hats and toys from Just a Memento wouldn't mix either with nature, but we got to have some kind of revenue, right? And then I was going to do a second story to this building, which we haven't gotten to in this video. But that second story, I was going to have like a mezzanine with food and drink and vending machines and things like that. And I'm going to put vending machines around the walkway as well. But that's kind of where I'm at, what I'm thinking while I'm building all of this. And here, I'm going to change this pathway. I can tell you that now, guys. This elevated portion, I really want the railing to be like the bridge where it's that natural wood and rope. So that's all going to change, and sooner or later here in the video you're going to see I cut away, finish building the pathing, and then I come back. I haven't made the changes yet, but that's something I'm going to do. You'll also see that I'm looking for different animals. I'm trying to get animals into my trade center now. That way I can start getting them into quarantine and ready to be put into the habitat. I did get some kangaroos. And then I realized, let's see here, I know the video's going to cut here. Alright, so I realized that with the kangaroos, I would have to get, what is it, like 10-foot barriers just to keep the kangaroos in. And I was like, nah, not gonna do that. Plus, I want the guests to interact with the koalas, since the guests can walk into the koala habitat. I wanted the guests to be able to do that, and kangaroos. I think they can go into the kangaroo area as well, but I don't want any of my guests getting kicked in the face by a kangaroo. So I ended up getting rid of the kangaroos. I released them into the wild. We're only doing koalas, and I'm getting a metric buttload of koalas to put into this habitat because this is a huge habitat for the koalas. Here what you see me doing is I'm getting the blue-tongued lizards and some brown snakes to put into the exhibits, and that's because they are indigenous to Australia, and I figured it would be kind of neat to have exhibits inside of this building as well as the koalas, even though it's called Koalapalala. The main focus is going to be the koalas, but it's nice to be able to look at something else as well. So that's what I did there, and here I'm going to actually start building, and you're going to see some of the struggle, I think. I may have cut all that out. I don't remember. Yeah, I did cut all that out. Um, but this is kind of where I figured out how I'm going to do the building. Um, I don't know if I'm going to put in those gates. I think it would be kind of neat to be able to walk around and have a koala right there on your pathway. I think that would be kind of fun. Uh, whether or not I actually do that or not, I don't know. I do know that if I put in the animal gates, I'm gonna have to do some changes to the path going outside the building, and I may do that if I end up having some spare time. But time is definitely a commodity I don't have much of. So, this is kind of a just put it in, and if it works, keep it. If it doesn't work, figure it out. But anyways, I did a cut there. You see all the path built in, and we're gonna get more into that in another video. I don't know how these videos are gonna progress. It's really all gonna depend on what I do and what I record. So here I'm trying to figure out what kind of roof I'm going to put in on the this main building here, and I go obviously with the rusted out tin roof or whatever it is that came with the Australian DLC, and I realized, oh crap, I missed those, so I have to put those in. And once you have the roof in place, putting in wall pieces is a pain in the butt. But I managed to get it worked out, and you'll see I have to do it again on the inside. But here is a little lesson in what not to do in order to be efficient. So I'm putting in this awning, and I basically build the entire awning before I realize, wow, that was dumb. And it's because I end up changing the colors, which you're going to see here shortly. I don't like the colors of these fiberglass pieces here. I don't like them. So I change it up a bit, and you'll see that I kind of make a little mistake, and instead of deleting that mistake, I make it a feature. And it comes right here in this top piece. I end up leaving the blue, or the middle blue, and I go, well, that looks dumb. So I change it to this dark brown to make like a checkered pattern, and I think that looks pretty dang good. So I decide, alright, I'm going to get rid of these other pieces, and I'm just going to move all this over like I should have done to begin with. Would have saved me some time. Whatever. So now I decided I need to spruce up the wall a bit, and I just realized right there that I had the kangaroos up, so I put in the koalas, and then I put in these round aboriginal pieces. And then I look at the pre-made stuff and decide, nah. And now I'm trying to figure out what else can I do to the wall. I may do that off camera. I don't know yet. I do know I'd want to put in some more trim work, but that's for another time. Here we go with the inside. I need to fix that. It would have been easier in hindsight just to delete the roof, put those pieces in, and then put the roof back in. But I just worked my way through it. Got it to work out just fine. So now I decided I need to support this awning. And I found these beautiful rusted metal tubes that, I mean, the color is perfect for these awnings. So I decided that's what I'm going to use. And it worked out really, really well. I'm happy that I used them. And I'm about out of time, so thanks for watching, guys. As always, be safe, be cool, have fun, and we'll catch you next time.